Hello, I'm Adrian Nelson, and I hope that you're doing absolutely amazing. Welcome to my space. I am a conscious living practitioner, and I just want to very quickly share with you what it is that I do. My focus is on helping other people to discover, unlock, positively expand, benefit from, and maintain their own highest good in life, their own greatest good in life, that beautiful human potential that you were born to experience, that your soul intended for you to experience when you as a soul decided to have a human experience on planet Earth. It's my firm belief that as a human being, you are a physical expression of universal possibility. And to help you to align with all of that beautiful potential that is your birthright, that you don't have to do anything in order to be worthy of it. You are born worthy. You know, we live in a world where we are told from a very young age, from generation to generation, that in order to be worthy of happiness, of love, of success, of abundance, inner peace, peace of mind, all of those really wonderful things that we as human beings would like to experience, we are told that you have to really work very hard and to sacrifice yourself in order to get the goodies in life. But no, it doesn't work, and it doesn't have to be that way. And to help you to align with your own greatest good, I have recorded for you a regression hypnosis session, a guided session, and you don't have to go look for it. I'm going to have it coming up at the end of this video as a suggestion on the screen. And this regression hypnosis session will help you to release negative beliefs, negative attachments, negative subconscious beliefs about your worth, about your value, about your worth and value in life. So to make space for positivity to come in, for abundance to come in, for love to come in, for happiness to come in, for joy to come in, for that lightness of heart to come in. It will also help you to connect with your guides and your guardians and your angels. So do definitely check that out. Coming up at the end of this video as a suggestion on your screen. Like many people in this world, I have obviously had my challenges, and it is what I learned through my journey of growth, which is a continuous journey as you go through life. What I have learned through my journey of growth, and what I have learned with all my many clients, that works for me, that works for them, that is what I'm passionate to share with you, so that you can live your greatest experience of life. Because I believe that we were born to live a beautiful experience of life. You know, yes, Earth is a school, and we all say that, but we've got this idea that because Earth is a school and it's a learning sort of platform, that it has to be so difficult. But sometimes I wonder if we didn't just come to this planet to maybe just learn to chill a bit, to take things easy, that everything doesn't have to be so hard, to learn to manifest easier, to maybe surrender easier. And surrender can be really hard. And a lot of times clients come to me because they just need support with surrender. I bring all my knowledge together. I'm a born intuitive. I've been reading the tarot for over 20 years now. I read oracle cards, I give guidance on that, training on that, coaching on that. I'm a Reiki master, I'm a crystal healer, I'm an angel communicator. I've always just sort of been, naturally connected to the universe, which is great because I was actually born via a near-death experience where an emergency cesarean had to be performed. And typically in life, when we have like a big sort of event happening, it could be an accident, it can be a very profound loss of somebody that you really care about, often through a near-death experience, maybe a very long sickbed. Often through those experiences, we have a spiritual awakening, or we just seek a deeper level of being and knowing and understanding ourselves because we're just interested in more profound personal development. And that's what I'm very privileged to really help you with. And that's my passion in life. I always say we can't change the past, but we so often complained about what everybody did in the past and what they did wrong. But something to bear in mind is that 200, 300 years from now, we are going to be the ancestors. And what kind of ancestor would you like to be? So everything I do is not only aimed at living a prosperous life now, but also for the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. Because even though we change bodies, our souls, our consciousness is basically ongoing. So with your consciousness being ongoing, what kind of world would I like to contribute towards for my future incarnations? And that is a very good question to ponder, and that is a question that I do ponder from time to time within myself as well. It's taken me a very long time to get to where I am in life, a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties. My brand is called AHN Great Life, and the reason why that is because AHN are my initials, Adrian Heinrich Nelson, and I used to absolutely despise my second name. I hated it with every part of my being. I don't even know why. And so when I started to work on loving myself, healing myself, changing my life, I started with a book called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And Louise Hay is the founder of Hay House. And if you are currently in a space where you are really looking for direction, maybe you lost hope in life, you lost faith, then You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay is such an excellent point to start with. When I started with You Can Heal Your Life, I was at a point where I was convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that the day on which God created me, that this supposedly almighty God who doesn't make mistakes and is so all-knowing and everything, that this amazing God must have made a mistake, because I was convinced that I was a mistake. I have been at the point of suicide. I didn't want to be stopped, and eventually, you know, I worked through all of those things, but I really, really, really believed that I am doing the world a favor by doing away with myself. And maybe that is where you're at the moment as well. Maybe you went through some traumas, maybe you went through some difficulties, maybe the same as me, you had a childhood that was filled with a lot of poverty, where you didn't believe in yourself, where you had no faith in yourself, where you had no confidence in yourself, where you maybe believed that you were a mistake, or maybe you still believe that you were a mistake. But you know what? The universe doesn't make mistakes. The universe doesn't make mistakes. And it is wonderful for me to get to do what I do. And my turning point, my journey in life was very, very hard, especially accepting that everything that happened in life was because of me, was because of what I put in. And that meant that I had to accept things, for example, when I was in my 20s, because of the company that I was keeping, because of the non-belief I had in myself, drinking too much, doing drugs, hard drugs, cocaine, ecstasy, these type of things, cocaine to get through the day, a bottle of vodka, literally, to fall asleep at night, ecstasy in the morning to just wake up and just be able to face my day. And I fooled myself. And I used to smoke so many. I think I smoked about 30 cigarettes per day. I used to have this very smoky voice, throat infections all the time, horribly, horribly thin. So you have to imagine me, I've got like thick lips and big eyes and high cheekbones, you know, and this big forehead. So I've got like it, oh. But, you know, and we don't see it because we don't love ourselves, we don't appreciate ourselves, we don't think we are worthy of love. So you take the scraps that life gives you, you know. And I would say to myself, I'm not a drug addict. I don't really know if you could say, but I did a lot of drugs. And that went on for almost a year, maybe actually just over a year, maybe a year and 2 months, a year and 3 months, until this one day I just didn't sleep for about 3 nights and 2 days, and I was totally exhausted. And I said, if I get through this, I will change my life. But even that was really, really hard. And something that contributed to that, which was equally hard, is that because of my beliefs about myself, I obviously had the experience that I was giving my heart to this guy, and I thought that he was the love of my life. And then I realized that he wasn't, and he didn't want anything to do with me. And then popped up this other dude that I thought was the most amazing person on the planet. And fast forward a little bit of time, one day this dude just pushed me down on my bed. I was completely powerless, nothing that I could do. He had his sexual way with me, and that impacted me so badly. And I think the thing about, you know, those sexual things that happen, you know, for sort of intercourse, is not so much what is happening, but the fact that there's something happening to you, and you are not able to prevent it, even though you don't want it. So it really takes your power away. You know, I was always very susceptible to emotional abuse, physical abuse. And even the funny thing is, you know, I discussed it with somebody the other day, that as a young child, it's almost like I always just wanted to disappear, and I wanted to make myself as small as possible. So where a lot of times, a lot of people are, you know, experiencing a lot of bullying and, you know, emotional abuse and those type of things in the younger years because they are fat. I got all of that because I was thin. I was really thin. I was really scrawny. I was really short. I'm really not that tall at the moment anymore either. I'm 1.74 meters, and if I'm correct, I speak under correction. I think that is 5.7 feet. I'm the same height as Tom Cruise, you know. But you know, if you are facing challenges in life and you are really feeling that there's no way out, I invite you to look at my weekly readings. You know, to give you beautiful guidance. Maybe you wanna, you know, maybe you want to have one-on-one coaching with me, life coaching. Maybe you do a tarot reading for you. I normally combine that together. What is it that you need? I do distance energy healing. You know, cutting cords, cutting negative cords. But the thing about cutting cords is a lot of people want to cut cords, but then every 2-3 months you have to cut the cords again. You also want to know how is it that you sort of got that negative energy attachment, that negative belief in the first place, so that you don't repeat the pattern. And that is really why I studied CBT, studied NLP quite really in-depthly studied regression hypnosis, which I absolutely love, whether it's an in-person session, whether it's online, because all of those things help you to establish what are the patterns within me that are holding me back, releasing those, and then embracing all that greatest good of who you can be. Because my belief is that as human beings, we were born to shine. We were born to be happy, you know, and I always say, how amazing would it be that, you know, you have your childhood experience, and then you get sort of like to your teenage years and like your, you know, early 20s, sometimes early 30s, where you don't really believe in yourself, and then you kind of take your power back. Imagine how incredible it would be if your children, your nieces, nephews, your friends' children, or the next generation don't have to have that little dip in the middle, and it starts with all of us because we are all one. Namaste.